everybody's doing well, and welcome to today's stream of 3000th Duel with the Wise Ones DLC, which again added additional areas and content and the like. Not entirely sure how much, whether or not we've seen any of it yet, but it's there. An indie Metroidvania out of Korea by a studio called Neo Popcorn that's actually defied our expectations for what appeared to be like a fairly restrained budget title every step of the way. It's made pretty well, really well, actually. And I and our commentary team have been enjoying it so far. So if you recall last time around, we just made it here to the top of this castle after defeating the corrupted monarch of the human kingdom in probably the easiest boss battle of I guess what I'll call the mid-game, since we're about 60+% into the world. He was really easy to deal with because, unlike our last few bosses, he relied on singular, really powerful attacks that were super clearly telegraphed, and didn't just make navigating the arena dodging projectiles or attacks from 3 or 4 different directions an absolute hell like the last couple of bosses over here and down here did. So we're going to make our way to the castle top to discover something, hopefully, that will allow us to explore the tower top across the game world. Top of the castle doesn't seem super large. Okay, that's a new guy. Large, kind of Skyrim armor-looking skeleton. Ooh, geez, think he's got enough health? How much karma is that gonna give us? 350. 350, that's pretty good. Oh no, they got archers. Really frail archers, as it happens. So I assume... Yeah. The Axemen are just intended, hey, Starlight, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good, weekend. The Axemen are just intended to kind of bog us down so that the archers who have a spread shot can pick away at us, I see. Would explain why they're so resilient. They can't do much else but just occupy our time. And let's not forget, when we earn some kind of mobility upgrade, a more significant one, we're going to have to go back to the tower basement. Starlight says I finished Resident Evil Village. Nice. How was it? I've heard lots of really good things, and I'm looking forward to playing it for myself at some point soon. I've just got so many other projects to get through on the channel, you know what I mean? Oh, right, we do have an upgrade that allows us to deal damage with our dash now, don't we? Oh dear. Let's avoid antagonizing the floating suit of armor. Those things deal ridiculous amounts of damage if they manage to connect with their arrows. Or javelins, maybe? 3 skill stones, that's pretty good. Looks like we've got a smaller Axeman here. Yeah, not bad at all. Starlight says, I think it's a good Resident Evil game. If you like RE4, you would love it. Excellent! Resident Evil 4 is the one game from the main series I have played, like, straight through, and I absolutely adored it. Oh no. It's daggers those things throw out. Okay, well let's just dodge the daggers, because we cannot afford to take bleed damage right now. Ah. There's the treasure box, with some temporary buff items. Not really my speed. We might be able to sell them. If they're worth anything, we'll have to check next time we're at the tower. Oh no. Okay, this looks just a little more demanding. Yikes. Oh, but there are safe places to wander here and there. And floating shields? Okay, so I assume these are enemies we actually can damage. Oh yes, they are. And I think it stole our magic? Odd, but okay. Well, our magic and our mortal blow meter. Same resources used for both. Which I like. I appreciate the fact that non-magic-oriented playstyles still have something they can use their MP for. Kind of like weapon arts in Dark Souls 3. Maybe not the most significant thing, but still handy. Floating rapiers, I was about to say that was gonna be nasty. Ooh, and it keeps out of our range pretty well. Oh, well, it was trying to anyway. Let's get ready for the sword. Starlight says whoa, okay, okay. Platform helped us dodge that one. And I still have yet to actually play RE4. I want to wait until it comes out on Oculus Quest 2. Have they announced, like, a VR, release for Resident Evil 4? Because that would be amazing. I am not up to date at all. That sounds awesome, though. The environments in that game... Oh, yes, they have Righteous, man. The environments in that game are incredible. Like, years and years later, they still hold up, the environmental design. Oh, dear. Let's heal up, and maybe try not throwing down with the giant Minotaur. Just face to face. Jesus, think it's got enough health? Alright. That better give us a ton of karma. 450, nice. That should be enough to buy us a couple levels total. Hey, Eclipse, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And I hope your stream went well today, man. You make any progress? And I'm sorry I missed it. I was working on just chores around the house virtually all afternoon. Ooh, checkpoint. Nice, nice. Do we want to level up or... Yeah, probably. Let's take some more vitality. Try getting that up to around 20. Cliff says, yeah, I beat Boss Lady, Skele-Wheel Fire Dudes, and the mission where you find the lost sword on the Kappa-looking dude. Nice, man. And, that mini-boss is a Kappa, in fact. They kind of take the place of Crystal Lizards in Neo, and they're amazing. Really well done, though, if you manage to take on both the, Hino-Enma and the Wheel Monks. Both enemies that give newer players a difficult time. I am definitely going to be attending your next stream, though. I'm going to, like, block off an afternoon in my schedule for it, because, you're coming up on a stage that is always a lot of fun to watch. The final stage of Chapter 1. Chapter 1, Region 1, I think. There are chapters in Neo, too. 1 second, just need to take a drink here. And while we're here, what kind of skills can we get? Increases damage when enemies hit by a dash. More defense. Nice, nice. Defense, so that looks like a defensive branch. Oh, geez, there's a lot to unlock here. Increased Violet Scripture recovery amount. Oh my god, do we need that. So I think we're going to go get our defense first, and then we're going to start very slowly working our way over there. It's gonna take 3, 4, 6, 9. 9 jewels to unlock that. Oh, hello, adorable little lion man. Cliff says, ooh, I'm excited. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a really, really good one. What's he guarding? Oh, a Karma Nugget. Perfect. And Stamina Powder. Totally not crack. There was a wall blocking our progress down here, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to have to come back around probably before the boss. That's usually the way this game's level design works, yeah? We unlock a shortcut back to a checkpoint immediately before the boss arena. Okay, so we've got some shifting horizontal columns here, a la Mario World. Oh man, I love that our dash can damage enemies now. Like, it's not much, but just a little bit of additional damage really does help. And the fact that it can stagger these suckers is also great. Gotta look out for the suits of armor, though, which are apparently just called shield, according to the bestiary. I love that we just flipped him through the air. Oh, damn it, shield. Okay, we've got some mad slimes. They can drain our karma, which is nasty, but can't do much else. Oh, it's some of the skeleton wizards from... Nope, sorry, skeleton magi, I think. From the castle proper. Apparently the glowing violet ones are called skeleton wizards. We've got to use proper nomenclature, of course. And you know, for a game like this, made on a budget with over 100 enemies, I will say, there are less palette swaps of enemies than I would expect, which is very impressive. And those palette swaps which do exist all seem more or less mechanically distinct, like they attack differently. Hey, Schnaufy, good evening, man. How are you doing? Have a good weekend? Woo! Ring of Dimensions. What on earth could that do? Defense? No! Critical hit chance. A ring that has been engraved with unfamiliar letters. It's made out of cold metal bearing blue letters of unknown meaning. Eclipse says, yes, proper nomenclature. Dude, my brain got so weird that the swords that denote level difficulty in Neo ended up being called stabby things. I've been there. Let's not forget the false wooden tree, clip from No More Heroes. And Schnaufi says, oh, new game, you finished Hollow Knight last time? Well, no. We've done everything in Hollow Knight of substance, but the last 3 Pantheons, the boss gauntlets added by the Godmaster DLC, and those appear so grindy that I'm afraid I'm probably going to save them for, like, off-stream, and I'll be sharing any progress we make or new discoveries I make in the Discord. I feel like that's going to be the best way to handle major grinds or things that would require massive investitures of time for small rewards on this channel in future. Like giving you guys the kind of an annotated, a truncated version of events in Discord while we play through new projects and continue making progress here on the channel. Of course, let me know what you guys think, or if you think there would be a better way to do that. If you would like to watch hours and hours of grinding at one challenge, let me know. I'd be happy to give you guys whatever you want. But this is a little Metroidvania from an independent studio in Korea called Neo Popcorn, and it's actually really, really good. It's simple, but all of the systems seem well-rounded. It was developed with a lot of care, and it just seems really promising for, like, an up-and-coming studio's first title. It's not overly ambitious, it knows what it's doing with its space and scale. They have to be kind of frugal with art assets and the like, but for the most part, the game's been really impressive. Hold on, what's that up and to the right? Oh, we can almost make it. And we can dash 3 times consecutively now. Dig that. All these levels in stamina appear to be paying off. Okay, now let's see about this. Ah, damn, so close. Stuffy says, I'm not sure myself. That's quite what I did the weekend, grinding and trying stages and screens in Cyber Shadow. Man, after your glowing recommendation, and based on what I've seen of it online, I'm gonna have to give that a try at some point. Is it on console or PC exclusively? Oh, hello, Skeleton Wizard. We do not want to mess with the Minotaur right now, so... Just, there you go, sir. Take that. Stuffy says console and PC. Righteous. I will be sure to pick it up sometime soon then. After all, that's what vacations are for, right? Just binge buying video games. Oh, here's our shortcut. Perfumes. Alright, sounds good. Oh, and by the way, last time, on our last stream, we encountered a fairly realistic-looking boss with what appeared to be a terribly designed dragon familiar. Well, I was able to access the dragon's model in the bestiary, and I will say this. They chose the least flattering possible direction to present the dragon to the audience, like mouth first with its eyes hidden and all that. If you look at its actual model, it's not great, but it is of higher quality than we thought. See, this is the boss it was accompanying, who looks pretty solid. It's very simple, but aside from the terrible textures and, like, visible, like, individual polygons on the wings, I don't think this is quite as bad as it looked, say, like this, as it was presented to us. Not a good dragon, but maybe not a terrible one. And our checkpoint's right downstairs, so why don't we go visit that? Clip says it's better, still pretty bleh. Yeah, and Stuffy says, looks like how I would have drawn a dragon as a 7-year-old. Yeah, no, not great, but just trust me. If you saw the thing in action in the boss battle, it looked 1,000 times worse. Hey, Potato, welcome to the stream. Says that's not a dragon, Brady. That's a wyvern. I know. They called it a dragon, though, so I'm using their nomenclature. In fact, hold on, let me... I should be in Discord, shouldn't I? 1 second. There we are. Okay, let's grab a point in... no, let's keep going. We want to get our activity up. Because I think it not only gives us more stamina, it increases the rate at which we recover stamina. Which is gonna be pretty important. So, if we accessed a shortcut, that should tell us that our boss battle is going to be right around the corner. Right on. Let's see what... Oh no! A second checkpoint! Or a second shortcut. Clip says, the way I tend to look at it is, all wyverns are dragons, but not all dragons are wyverns. Unless said wyvern is stated not to be a dragon. Yeah, a la Dark Souls. Or I think Dark Souls only does that specifically with drakes, but you get the point. Oh, these Orc Knights, I hate them because they cause bleed buildup really quickly. Clip says if dragons can have no legs or wings, I think they can also have 2 of each. Yeah. Potato says dragons have 4 legs and wings, and wyverns have back legs only and wings, if I recall. Yeah, I think that's usually the way it's done in, like, fantasy bestiaries. For instance, this thing is a dragon, and now it's not. Okay, so that prevents us from dashing. Lovely. And we're getting a little bit better at dealing with the orcs, at the least. Clip says dragons can also have just straight up no wings, though those tend to be called lung. Yeah. Or, in many cases, I think Eastern dragons are depicted without wings, though they can still fly. Oh god, another one of these. Hey, Potato, welcome to the stream. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hanging in there, thanks. Desperately trying not to get skewered and or stabbed by the giant Nightman.
No, but isn't the dragon with 4 legs and no wings called drakes?
I don't know. I know, like, in Dark Souls, the drakes depicted are just very small wyverns. Like, I think a drake in a lot of, like, role-playing interpretations, at any rate, is usually just, like, a degenerate or a less developed dragon. Like a simpler species that's a bit more animalistic. But I don't know.
No, like, from what I know, dragons, 4 legs, 2 wings. Wyverns, back legs, 2 wings. Drakes, 4 legs, no wings. And no wings, no legs, a worm.
Yeah, the last one's definitely, like, spot on. Most of those, yeah, that checks out to me.
Depends which part to use.
I am also not an expert in, like, draconic creatures or their mythology at all. Speaking of, we're about to fight a boss. Hopefully it's not one of our dragons. Decently drawn or terribly drawn. Let's go ahead and use, yeah, all the karma. Just drink all that. More stamina, yeah. Stamina is where it's at, apparently. And how many skill stones do we have? Enough to buy one more. There are 4 more critical skills for us to discover out in the world, at least one of which better be my damn triple jump. Have you been playing any Bloodborne off-stream, Potato?
I did a tiny bit of like echo farming and leveling, but I didn't go for the boss because I want to do that on stream.
Mm-hmm.
I think people deserve to watch me fail.
Well, no. If you've picked up a few more levels, he really shouldn't be that bad. You were getting him down to the tail end of his health bar really reliably last time.
Yeah, I did. Also, I got the music box.
There you go.
And apparently, you can use the music box in the 3rd phase, but only once.
Yeah, that sounds right. Most people, myself included, really only ever use it just to, like, burn down his 2nd phase. Like with the extended axe, because that seems to be where most people take most of their hits. Eclipse says the 4-limbed dragons, I think, are more modern media trying to be more accurate, since all vertebrates have 4 limbs in some configuration or another, unless said limbs were lost. Oh, good point. Okay, let's see what we're up against this time. We've got no lore, so it's... Oh! Oh, wow. Okay. Dancer in Old Castle. Oh, I'm out of space for screenshots, damn it! What about my splash screen, like, library, though? No! So this is not the Dancer from the Boreal Valley. This is Dancer in Old Castle. Totally different. She kind of looks like something out of Darksiders. Ooh. Oh my god. The wind-up on a lot of those attacks is insane. I was about to say, excuse me? Again? Oh, yikes. Okay, so she starts spamming, an ultimate attack where she's, like, completely impervious to damage. Okay, that's not great, but I think we got everything else. Eclipse's Dancer's back, and she looks like a really dark, evil Gundam mech. She kinda does, doesn't she? Well, I assume she's weak to fire damage, since she was dealing ice damage. Let's see, do we have all the rings and such we want? Yeah, that looks more or less right. From the top. There we go, thank you, Karma. Excuse me? I don't like the tracking on some of these bosses' attacks. Like that, for instance. Or maybe we just need to get away from that attack entirely? Jesus. Clip says the tracking looks mad. For some of the bosses it does, for others it doesn't. If you recall, the King, the boss before this, had no tracking at all. Like, his attacks had really short range, and once he started an animation, he was usually locked in. If anything, that fight was a little too easy because of it. Bosses like her and the Tower Master, who have very similar designs, now that I think about it. Maybe, like, their design was overseen by the same team, or, like, sub-team. They do have tracking. Eclipse says, I found one of the Witch Lady Yokai's dash attacks had insane tracking in Neo. One dash didn't. One you really had to dodge late and it was irritating. Was the one with tracking the one where she, like, kicks into a backflip and then charges at you with, like, a cloud of paralytic energy around her? Like, skidding along the floor? Okay. Let's get our karma back. Our little tiny pool of karma. Yeah, okay, I thought so. I bet we have to jump that attack. God, our healing item doesn't do jack, though. Okay, here it comes. Excuse me? Yeah, you jump that. Okay. You gotta jump it, but you also have no time. Okay. Oh, man, by the skin of our teeth, but we got it.
Holy shit, you have like no HP left.
No, let's see, in fact. I've got 4 out of 500!
Nice.
Okay, so I felt like she spammed that teleportation attack that renders her invulnerable a little too often in the second phase, but that wasn't bad. Once we learned we just had to jump the sweep attack, yeah, not bad at all. Thank you, Eclipse, I appreciate that. He says, not the one where she does a flip at the end and leaves herself wide open. Right, no, the straight-up charge. The only good thing about the Hino Enma fight, relative to what you'd already experienced in Neo at that point, is she doesn't have much health or stamina relative to, say, Onryoki, who is everywhere, and everything. The difference, the downside, though, is I find to actually fight that boss, especially without living weapon, unlike Onryoki, and unlike the game's first boss, Derek, you have to drain her stamina. She's effectively untouchable otherwise. Alright, let's level up. Let's pick up a nice old point in activity. That dash saved our bacon, so we're just going to keep picking up levels for it. And maybe getting some lore in this courtyard? Yes? Lore? Please? No? Memory of coldness. The Frozen Wizard. Oh yeah, that terrible Lich boss from the basement. Having devoted himself solely to the study of ice in the basement of the Dark Tower, the wizard was undermined by dark karma and left with nothing else but coldness. The wizard became insane and immersed himself in a new research. He started creating monsters using dark karma. Amidst failed experiments wrapped in bandage, just the one, a pearl-like creature was born. The wizard called this smooth monster Dancer in Old Castle. Okay. So, it kind of is the Dancer's backstory from Dark Souls 3 with just a few elements switched around? Alright. I'll take it.
No, they wouldn't do that. They probably never even played Dark Souls 3.
To be fair, the rest of this game is pretty good, so I give them, like, license to say that certain elements of the game were inspired by others. It's... The Immortal Unchained folks, though, no, they get no quarter. Eclipse says, yeah, I really needed to master the key pulse to remove yokai corruption. I started counting around the time between attack and pulse. Yeah, key pulse is a really cool mechanic, I think, and one that is super important to learn. Let's try jumping down first. Good choice. We got some ore and some sorcery books, and over here... Oh, the violet key! We can use that to open the runic door in the canal, I think. Well, let's go do that just as soon as we reach another checkpoint. / teleporter. Oh, now we're at the top of the tower again. Alright. Glad to be back. How y'all doing? We explored 70% of the game world. That's pretty cool. We might not finish this game today, especially if the little completion percentage we have here doesn't apply to the DLC. I'm sorry, we got Persona? I never saw it coming. A sword that feels like the alter ego of a Dark Knight. What? It has an elegant finish, but is also extremely destructive. The power of darkness is maximized when the sword is used by someone with a dark past. Oh, so it's like Oblivion from Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god, look at this sword.
Holy shit.
Okay, that's kind of awesome.
It's a bit small though, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, but, you know, they had to make do with what they had. I want to say this actually is somewhat small for one of the broadsword weapons. Let's see, what are the others we have? The first one we got was the Massacre broadsword, which, yeah, is a little bit bigger. Oh, I love it. Going to keep the Tower Master's Lance, though, just because. Which is also a bit on the small side, unfortunately. Okay, back in the tower. Whew. Let's see about cracking through that runic door. Nearest teleporter is to the southeast. I know cardinal directions in navigation. I have 2 degrees. Alright. Our sword is quite a bit stronger. We've gotten appreciably stronger over the course of the game, and it doesn't seem like bosses or enemies have too much health for us, so I think we might be good as far as strength goes for now. I just really don't want to get behind and end up doing chip damage to really difficult in-game bosses, hence why I've been kind of favoring damage output over the game so far. When you don't know how tough or how tanky enemies are gonna get, it's generally a good idea, a safe bet to prioritize your damage output. How much karma are these nuggets worth? Oh, 2k apiece. That's pretty good. Let's see, we want to go to the canal. And the gate will be right outside the teleporter. Very handy. But first let's go down and grab a checkpoint, just in case. We're at the point now where practically nothing in this dungeon, or this area of this dungeon, could harm us all that much. But they're also all giving us, like, only 5 karma, so... not exactly like we could farm here if we were inclined to. Were there any treasures or goodies that we couldn't acquire earlier? Oh, yeah! A couple. Well, let's go for those first. Hold up. Yeah, if you remember, this was a very small side area we explored after the dungeon, where we fought our first golem. Secret area, there we go. And we get... oh, an ice defense necklace and a bunch of ore. Alright. Nothing to sneeze at. Whoa! Hey there, big guy. How'd one of you get out of the tower basement? I think in the bestiary it did say they could be found here, though, so shouldn't be too surprised. Whew! Alright. And then, immediately after him, just a single one of those very, very frail cave slimes. Alright. And is this how we access our other goodies? Yes, it is. Including another charge of the scripture. Oh, that is perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. We got a battle axe and a candlestick. Okay. Not gonna turn my nose up at those. Like, the additional charge of our healing item is what we're really here for, but all of those goodies are perfectly good in their own regard. Now let's see. Right, now we want to go open the door. Hello again, little samurai frog, who, like most of the NPCs in this game, is cute, but serves no purpose. Dude! Well, at least the stalactites deal no serious harm to us at this point. Okay, now let's head on up and crack our way into that sealed door. Or cavern, I suppose. There we go. Stamina powder and some weapon enhancement materials. Ooh, yikes. Fortunately, our stamina, coupled with our locomotive abilities, makes most of these platforming challenges, yow, if not exactly a breeze, perfectly manageable. Checkpoint. Oh, we got another boss? I'd be down for that. Or is this bringing us up into the dungeon? Yeah, another area in the dungeon. Which we had yet to explore. Sharp goggles and the ultimate potion. Oh hey, it's another one of these. Fancy seeing you here. The Dead Whisper. Coldness that never melts. Where is it? Oh! Oh, it is a boss! Let's see what they got then. Bonus boss, bring it on. Whoa! The Immolated Knight! Totally not just something from Warcraft. Woo! He's got some health. Whoa, man. Okay, so that just crosses more or less the entire field. But it also seems to be his only really viable attack, since one of them seems to go right over our heads. Uh-oh. Oh, are you kidding me? Cliff says, tanky boy. He is. He's got a lot of health. Only 2 out of 3 attacks can really hit us, though, which is nice, I suppose. I'm a little worried by the fact that he summons a dragon too, however. But I bet, since we saw that pinkish smoke emanating from, a doorway somewhere around here, he probably guards yet another scripture upgrade. Because remember, we saw one just outside of a boss arena, somewhere in the dungeon. Given how trash our scripture is currently, I would gladly take another. Really? Right off the bat, man? Oh. Man, he really loves that one attack, doesn't he? It's not even really a difficulty thing, but it's one issue I do have with this game's bosses, is they seem especially prone, or their AI patterns seem especially prone, to spamming the same attacks out of a pool of like maybe 5 or 6 over and over and over again. And seemingly completely at random. Like they'll just get kind of stuck. And hold on, while we're here. Yeah, why don't we equip our ice contract and see what that does. And the answer is a fair amount. Oh! Does he only shoot the orbs out to one side of himself? Oh, ho ho! That could be a game changer. And I suppose the answer is yes, but it also has obscene tracking. Oh! They just chase you, okay. Ah! Cliff says, yeah, weird AI quirk? Probably just a combination of fairly simplistic AI governing most of the bosses, and them having a relatively small move pool, if I just had to guess. So the good news is, if we just dodge like a maniac, it seems like his moveset isn't too unmanageable, and if the dragon's anything like the first one, it's not gonna add much more than a, like, floor-creeping fireball attack. Hello? Karma? Karma? Please? Just a second, we'll take a drink and then It is weird, though, that he has that sword swipe intended to, like, swat you out of the air, when none of his moves seem as though they can be easily dodged or managed by going mid-air. Like that. Like, you can't jump that. Ah. At least his telegraphs, for the most part, are pretty clear. God, but our healing item is garbage.
You get good, you don't get good.
Oh, totally true, totally true.
I have any right.
Oh yeah, he's much faster now. Dragging it and doing much of anything, but it's there. Oh, this is what the sweep is designed for. I'm sorry, what? Oh, damn it! Dragon got us, but that was a much cleaner attempt. We're getting this. I did find it weird that at one point the dragon just seemed to lock onto our location, teleport on over, and, like, bite us. It didn't seem like there was much we could do there. But for the most part, everything else is manageable. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and... yeah, let's pick up this stamina powder to have our stamina consumption for a while. We can pop this when Phase 2 starts, and then just start teleporting all around the arena when things get dicey. It'd be great if there was a way, like you can usually do with ads, say in the Kingdom Hearts series, to attack the dragon and temporarily stun it, taking it out of the fight for small periods of time. Just would give us one less thing to manage. God, but he loves that attack. Well, then again, if I only had one effective attack, I'd probably really like it as well. You know what? This dungeon's just full of knights that have befallen horrible fates, but are still really effective in combat. They execute them, they immolate them, but they just can't keep them down. It's inspirational, is what it is. Oh, God. So the dragon didn't add much to the Tower Master fight, but it actually does make this guy considerably more difficult. Because somehow its tiny little fireball attacks just knock us prone. As do his, as does everything. There we go. That's more like it. And does the dragon, yep, just get sucked up into the sky again. Well, that happened. Memory of a brother. The younger brother of the captain of the knights and the vice captain of the knights could not forget the day when his older brother was executed unjustly and his honorable knights were no more. Hiding in the dungeon of the castle and waiting for an opportunity of exact his revenge, the vice captain was visited by the castle's wizard. The wizard offered to turn the vice captain's rage into the power of fire, and the vice captain accepted. As fire engulfed his body, he wondered, am I being executed, or is this merely pain I must endure to be born again? So I assume the vice captain is going to be the boss we face, hold on, up in the top of the dungeon. Alright. Well, we got a rune stone, Agony. What is that? Is that a key item? Yeah. A rune with a deep engraving of the symbol of agony. The symbol looks familiar, but its purpose is not known. Maybe that'll allow us to unlock something late game? I'm thinking? Oh, right, I forgot about you. Jesus, that gave us some error. Well, let's head back down to the checkpoint really quick. Let's see if we can access that scroll down in the center of the canal, and then we'll head out for the tower top once again. Oh, those things do have an attack other than just, like, ramming into us. Okay. Didn't know that. Oh, no. Oh, no. So how are you spending your evening, Potato?
Oh, I'm just waiting for some stuff I 3D printed for a friend to finish, and then I'm going to bed.
The board game, or is that all
Oh no,
done and dusted?
Done. Yeah. I'm just printing some Amazon models for a friend.
Oh, nice. Are you thinking about going into business as like a 3D printing contractor?
Maybe like on the side.
Yeah.
But not yet.
I would assume since you said your city has like one of the country's biggest hobby shops, right? There would be a market for it, yeah?
Yes, well, not one of the biggest, one of the only.
Well, that also makes it one of the biggest.
True. But yeah, I am sort of like the friend that I printed the board for. Knows the owner of the hobby shop.
Mm-hmm.
So potentially we could make some deal where stuff would be sold there.
And that shop sees a lot of traffic due to, like, card game or fighting game tournaments as well, right? So, like, lots of traffic from all around the country.
Oh, basically, anyone who plays Magic the Gathering goes there. Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, I think a little bit of Dragon Ball, Pokemon, pretty much any trading card game goes there.
Nice. Ooh, 3 skill stones, also nice. And we got the 3-hit mid-air skill, that'll be handy. as will be extra defense. Yeah, maybe now we'll be able to take all of 3 hits from most enemies before dying. Now let's make our way back up to the teleport. And we'll probably have to dedicate an entire stream next time, which will probably be Wednesday-ish, maybe, to just going back through the world and gathering all the goodies that we have left behind with our expanded moveset. And also probably fighting a lot of additional bosses like the Knight. Because, as of our last stream, I think I saw there was probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 bosses in the game, according to, like, the empty entries in our little lore journal, that we haven't encountered yet. So now it would be 13-ish. I love me a game with some quality boss fights. And these games are pretty alright, yeah?
It looks fun.
Not seen a lot of stuff that looks just blatantly cheap. Very little, actually. Oh, and Potato, do you know about the Chalice dungeon system in Bloodborne?
I have seen something about the chalices and that you can basically, use it to farm stuff?
Not just farm. You can explore a totally optional campaign of pre-generated and some randomly generated dungeons deep beneath Yharnam to get, not just additional blood echoes and levels and all that, but a host of totally unique armors and other items.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty cool. What do I need to do to get the chalices?
Well, a lot of the chalices are unlocked by completing previous chalice dungeons, but the first one that will allow you to access the earliest and easiest, chalice dungeons has to be found, in... let me think. Oh, yeah! An area that we should probably encounter 2 to 3 bosses after Father Gascoigne.
Oh, okay.
Immediately after the Father, though, we can direct you to a little side area with a very, very simple boss that shouldn't give you any trouble at all, and also give you a really useful tool that you can use to enhance your weapons even further.
Cool. Yeah, because I got to the point where I need those stronger...
Twin Bloodstone shards, yeah.
Exactly.
You can also find a bunch of those shards in said area. Now the Abyss Passage, I don't think we've been there now, have we? Let's see.
Anyways, Brady, I think I'm gonna go to bed now, so...
Alright.
Have a nice stream, and good night.
Thank you very much. Good night. Take care now.
You too.
Now let's see. Alright, we're just back at the castle, damn it. Well, let's just take the warp back to the tower then. I think we might want to save any, like, additional, like, exploration of earlier areas, until we, have our full suite of moves. Because it looked like to access the Abyss Passage, we need to, like, sink to the bottom of the castle moat and work our way into the depths. And I imagine that's what we'll use this move, indicated by an icon of an anchor for. So we've got probably, what, triple jump, one more combat skill, and then subaquatic movement? Once we have all of those, then I'll go back through here. We can dedicate just a couple hours to exploring everything and collecting everything we haven't. Which reminds me, we probably need to check out those new accessories we've picked up just to see if they're worth it. We've already got, like, some serious attack boosters, and given the way I play, that's probably what we're gonna stick with, but you never know. Oh, wait a minute. That thing, there were rune-marked, stones represented by that little red barrier, right? In the stone grave? Okay, hold on. So first things first, I'm gonna come up here and we're going to spend some of our karma to upgrade our sword, because it's high time we do so. Then I'm going to go see about the, that sealed runic door. If our agony rune can open it, or if we need more. You're back. Sure are. Enhance the weapon. God, but these, upgrades are so expensive. Do we have enough karma for a level? No, not quite. Oh, and did we use our skill stones? We did. So to upgrade our healing, we'll need 3 more. And God knows we will need them. Reduces collision damage. A lot of these are really nice, but I want to work our way around to, getting all of the healing item boosts we possibly can, because our current, healing item, as I've said many, many times, is absolute trash. Doesn't even heal us for, damn, maybe not a full quarter of our health as it currently stands. That is atrocious. Maybe it's tied to occult, and levels invested in NP would make it a little stronger? I don't know. Oh wait, no, the grave. Sorry, we were going to the grave. It's so easy to get turned around, well, not turned around, but, like, lost in well-made Metroidvanias like this, you know? Because you're just always considering as many as, like, a half-dozen different paths to take it. Sorry, what's with the large axe? Yeah. As you already know, this is a dangerous place where monsters roam. It's necessary for self-defense. I've been sharpening the blade for a long time. It should come in handy real soon. We're gonna have to fight this guy at some point, aren't we? Speaking of, let's sell someone we're probably going to have to fight some goodies. Occult candles, we don't need a lot of these. Do we have any duplicates of... Yeah, we've got a couple more sorcerer's necklaces. We've got a few golden necklaces, of course. We've got a few nut necklaces. What do the goggles do, by the way? Makes it easier to discover items, okay. And then we also found this doll necklace. Increases poison resistance, okay. Hey, Jiffy Man, welcome to the stream. This is 3000th Duel, an indie Metroidvania made by a small Korean studio called Neo Popcorn. And it's actually, like, appearances aside, really quite good. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. Its systems are simple, but they feel well-refined, and the player progression, all the different skills you can get and ways you can upgrade yourself, feel eminently rewarding. And yeah, most of us have been very pleasantly surprised by the quality here. I could easily recommend this game if you enjoy Metroidvanias, especially more modern ones. Let's see if our rune can crack open that door. Maybe not. I think an attack we land on an enemy from behind automatically counts as a critical. I could be wrong about that, though. Pretty sure. Also, Jiffy Man, haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been well. Thank you so much for joining us today. Nope, we're going to need more runes. I would suspect more runes, or different runes. It was worth a shot, anyway. Dude, yikes. Now let's finally go back to the tower and progress the game in the direction we're intended to head. Seems like a lot of these, like, little annexes of earlier areas will only open up at or near the tail end of the game, which, I mean, makes sense. But, I mean, we've got to be nearing the end of the base game, right? We've explored almost 3/4 of the world map, and that's not counting all of the little, see, like, those individual quadrants of certain rooms that we just didn't reach physically, but, like, obviously could see, that haven't been filled in on our map. We'll go ahead and save. We'll go ahead and grab a level while we're at it, too. Now let's go ahead and get activity up to 20. There we go. Oh, that's right, now we can use up to 3 attacks in sequence midair. That's pretty nice. That actually makes our midair combo faster and more potent than our ground-based combo. It's kind of nice, really. Alright then, up to the top of the tower. But first, just to fill in one of those empty quadrants on the map. If we can, maybe not. Yep, there we go. I don't know if we get rewards for, like, map completion percentage, or if that's just there to indicate to us how much of the game we've seen. I'm hoping for the latter, since to actually fill out one of these maps 100%, we're going to have to make some very awkward jumps into totally empty corners of high-vaulted rooms. The bees give us absolutely jack for karma, but we will take it anyway. Okay, here we go, top of the tower. Let's head on over to our checkpoint and then start climbing. I'm interested to see what kind of enemies this place holds, if any. It seems, as you can see, since we've explored just under half of it, technically, to be a very small area. Are we going to have to fight the pilgrim at the top, or what? What's going on? Treasures. Ah, refined ore that we would need to upgrade our weapon further. That's good. Oh! What is this? I'm glad you're here. Isn't it great? I discovered it. It's not working right now, but it's clearly a device that passes through time. There must be a way to activate this. Could you look around? Oh, good. Oh, hey, it's the good dragon. The well-designed dragon. That is a fragment of memory. It's only an illusion that was created in the depths of your latent memories. Okay. Human, do you remember the events from long ago? The tower's true top is hidden, and at the hidden place you'll be able to make a choice that will change your fate. If you prove your self-awareness and belief to the tower will surely open that path to you. Go and seek the symbols left behind by the wise ones who built this tower. I guess this is the DLC content, then? You'll be able to find the symbols in the past, present, and future. Was one of them the rune? The agony rune we got? Yeah, rune symbol fate. So if we collect enough of these runic keys, we'll be able to access the DLC content, I assume. Intervening with the fate of humans is taboo. Do not trust the arrogant old dragon. Child. You will soon complete your task. What is it? What are we doing? I've been totally lost. We will meet again in the world of eternal life. I'm disinclined to trust either the giant, like, steel gray dragon or the mysterious voice that speaks to us as a bunch of, like, garbled, kind of reversed, distorted voices playing one over the top of the other. So, where to go next, then? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't there a place marked with a rune symbol in one of the forests? Yeah. Yeah, there was. I think it was the Forest of Civilization? Hold on, let's teleport over here and see if we can activate it with our rune. Or one of our runes. No, it's not this forest. It wasn't the Forest of Old Memories, was it? Oh, come on. Where's the place with that was marked with, like, a purple rune symbol? Ah, the Forest of No Return. And do we have the rune for it? Hold on. Yes, we do. I think it's the Fate rune symbol. Well, let's see if we can crack that sucker open. East of the tower, did you see the forest covered in fog? Yep. That's what we're supposed to do. So he will give you little tips regarding where to head to progress the game. That's handy, especially if players extend their sessions across a great period of time and there's like a couple days or a week where they don't play and are just like hanging around the tower when they left off. So all we have to do is make our way through the forest again, and I recall this zone being... Well, we haven't encountered a boss here so far, and I also recall it being, platforming aside, kind of easy to manage. Like, a lot of the enemies weren't super demanding the first time we came through. And we're much stronger now, yeah? Oi! That poisoned us, though, or it could've. But it didn't! It reminds me of this thing that, a blog I follow, The Worst Things for Sale, which is absolutely darling, and catalogs just that. Some of the, like, least valuable looking or most harmful merchandise sold on Amazon. Something the blog shared years and years ago, but that I adore to this day. It was a self-published collection of poetry by a gentleman named, I think it was Gregory P. Jones. And the name of the book, I'll never forget, because this was Viper-style, like, title composition, was Things You, letter U, could of OF said, but you didn't, followed by, like, 5 exclamation points. Poetry of love, sex, power, and more. I have never read any of Mr. Jones' poetry, nor do I have an especially great desire to. But that title is something special, I think. Alright, Schnaufy, thank you so much for joining us. Have a good evening and a wonderful day tomorrow, sir. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's see, can we pop our way up to that chest in the northwest? I will get east and west straight one of these days. Trust me. Oh yeah, we can get this now. Karma Fragment, nice. A Rush Ring, does that make us faster? Or cause our stamina to regen a little faster? Oh, come on. So their hitbox is tied to the skull, I would imagine. Yeah. Oh, hi, Golem. Ow. There we go. So, is this portal going to take us to the past or the future? Let's see. Since this appears to be a haunted forest, I'm assuming maybe the past? Green perfume. Nice, we'll take it. We can already see the magic energies from the portal emanating out over here. So let's get to it. After fighting our way through a couple of what, according to the bestiary, are zombie assassins, despite not being assassins in the least. Let's investigate and warp ourselves to God knows where. Ah, the uppermost reaches of the forest. I see, I see. At night now. Whoa! False statue? That's pretty cool, honestly. Oh, and they steal our karma. Damn you. Oh, that's nifty. Is there going to be another variant based off of the checkpoint statue? Oh, and according to our map, we've only explored half of the region, so there's gonna be a lot more to this. Eclipse says this is certainly a unique idea. Yeah! False checkpoints, very clearly distinguishable, of course, by the fact that they're completely unearthed before we reach them, but cool nonetheless. Oh, poison, damn it. We clearly don't want to trespass into the kind of zone of denial presented by those ghoul heads, so Eclipse says, Immortal Unchained, take notes, right? Like, these guys don't have a lot as far as, like, resources, budget, or time, I wouldn't think. Oh! Oh, those ghouls function as alarms and call in revenants. Nasty. But they're clearly making the most of what they do have in a way that's really admirable to me. Okay, can we buy a level? No, not quite. Not even with those few fragments, because they'd only give us a couple hundred. I still see magic motes dancing through the air, so are we nearing a boss? Yep! That's gonna be one of the wise ones, so let's go explore the rest of the forest first, so we don't get completely wrecked, and maybe can pick up just enough karma to buy a level before we head on in. I also appreciate that in addition to leveling up, you can earn lots and lots of skill points just by discovering the, like, little chests and hidden nooks and crannies scattered throughout the world. When you're, like, building an exploration-driven game like this, rewarding exploration by giving the players new abilities or ways to purchase new abilities is greatly appreciated, I think. That is good, good design. Speaking of... Oh. I have such a hard time actually seeing those. Strength Nugget. Alright. Ah, and I assume this is what we'll access with the next rune? The one with the sign of Nirvana. Is seeing the future a curse or a blessing? Well, to use this one, to access this one, we use the symbol of fate, right? And we have all of one Runebreaker Stone? Yeah. Oh, that's right, I have to remember we have a downward attack now. Damn it! Our downward attacks are pretty powerful, too. I might have to remember to use them once in a blue moon. Now let's grab a level, because we can. Maybe more MP? Maybe we should get that up to around 10, just to be safe. Oh man, just one more Sealbreaker Stone and we can improve our garbage healing ability. Alright, let's earn us a rune, kids. Oh dear. What are you? Oh, there we go. Bad-smelling younger sibling and stinky older brother. Oh, those names. Well, wasn't expecting that. Let's try to wear down the bad-smelling one first. I assume if we kill one, the other's going to enrage. Fortunately, Stinky doesn't seem to be that mobile. I'm sorry, like, obviously they're quite dangerous. They're dealing out, poison damage like you wouldn't believe. But I cannot take these names seriously. And our teleportation sure is handy, isn't it? Oh god, we ain't gonna make this. Yeah. Eclipse says it'd be like if Small was called Fat Jiggle Dude and Ornstein was Edgy Metal Furry. Right, I love it. I love it. I kinda love them too. They're not a bad boss. Again, our biggest disadvantage right now is our absolutely abominable capacity for healing. Like, these are the worst healing items. I've said it time and again, but it's just so shocking to me. The worst healing items I've ever seen in a Souls-like. The least effective. Hopefully that next upgrade's gonna change it. They, as bosses, are actually kinda good, I think. I appreciate that there's one that keeps ranged pressure on you and another who's a little bit more proactive. Ugh, ow. But since they both individually can go red-eyed, maybe we'll want to avoid burning one down unless we know for a fact we can handle them. Oof! That damage. And while we're on the topic, that range. Ooh. Okay. Now it's just me and Stinky. I'd hate to see what his phase 2 is like, which I'm afraid we're about to. But... does he just become faster, or... Nope! He gains Little Brother's attacks. Oh! And Little Brother gained his attacks, or a variation of his attack, when he went into phase 2. I see, I see. That's actually really interesting. It is like Ornstein and Small. Kind of. Just played for comedy. There we go! Clip says, taking 2 heals to recover 1 boss hit is absurd. You hunted! That was a different, that was a different victory message, wasn't it? We sure did hunt! Yeah, nice. That was a pretty good fight, all told. I really didn't mind it at all. Let's, yeah, get just a little bit more in NP, and now let's finally upgrade our heal. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but, Eclipse, if you noticed, some hits actually take more than 2 full uses of the scripture for us to recover from, which is just crazy. We got the Permanent Snow and Violet Perfume. Permanent Snow looks like a sword? A sword that is somehow... it doesn't have the critical chance ours does, but it's somehow much better than our current weapon. So we'll try it out. A sword forged at the summit of a snowy mountain. Legend has it that countless adventurers sought out this sword, but it, like a mirage, could never be reached. The sword chooses its own master, and fitting for a sword made from snow, has an air of coldness to it, and it does deal some snow damage. There is light and darkness in all things. Even when the human world was prospering, monsters always existed deep in darkness. The humans hated the foul-smelling monsters. But the monsters grew stronger and the humans became more and more like monsters as they allowed greed and evil to grow inside them. I see. Oh, and now we got the symbol of the past. So we can indeed travel back through time. Oh, is it gonna be the wolf again? Oh, this is us, I presume, this character we saw. This power cannot be resisted. Are you choosing me? Ah, it's Soul Edge, of course. Alright, so let's head to the past. Relishing in our victory, as indeed we hunted. We've now explored over 3/4 of the game world, which is super exciting to me. Now let's just see, yeah, that is doing some really solid damage, but it only has half the chance to deal a critical hit that our previous weapon did, which is kind of unpleasant, but it freezes enemies. There is that. I think I might want to keep both of them equipped then. Give them a good little drop kick. There we go. Oh, they sit in the gate? Well, where to, then? Maybe to the top of the tower? One second, sorry. Just got a message. Alrighty. Alright, we're good. Sorry about that, folks. Let's really quickly check a couple of things in our menu. First off, the archives. How many monsters have we uncovered? Oh, just over half of them in the game, so I guess there's going to be a lot late game that we can uncover. And as far as our lore is concerned, yeah, as you can see, we've got quite a lot of bosses yet to uncover. Crazy, huh? This late in the game, too, so a lot of them are hidden away in the secret places of the world. You know I love that. Well, let's try leaving the forest, then. And talking to the pilgrim. He might be able to give us some further direction. If we don't end up just having to take it right back to the top of the tower, I have no idea. I do appreciate that this thing has a solid chance of, well, freezing enemies solid. That's super handy. And I assume it'll really be useful once we finally break into the, fire, magic research laboratory in the tower's basement. Stop stealing my stuff! Ghost hands. Is the false statue here? Yep. Easy. There we go. Wonder if we're gonna see any more of those, or if that was just a one-time, like, fake-out enemy. To the warp! Did we mark that other warp gate on our map? Yes, we did. Handy. Now we've got to head our way back through the entire forest, which is no big deal. We'll get some karma from this. Not a lot, but some. Ooh, nice. And those 3-hit combos from this sword can reliably take out Revenants in one go. I like that. Let's see, what... Anything of note to examine here? And I am sorry that I'm being kind of quiet during some of these traversal segments. It's just, when we're going back through material we've already seen, I don't really have too terribly much to say about it. Game's well made, areas are very functional, if not always eye-catching. They're making the most of what they can with fairly basic, like, fantasy biomes. And, the enemy and encounter design on the whole seems eminently fair, and combat feels so punchy that it's kind of satisfying in a very simple way. May sound like I'm damning the game with faint praise at certain times, but no, this game, kind of like Mortal Shell, oddly enough, sticks to its fundamentals for the most part, but gets those fundamentals down pat, especially when it comes to how it actually feels in one's hands, which is something I always appreciate from games like this. I prefer this approach to doing, say, what Immortal Unchained did and trying to stitch together 20 or 30 different ideas for both your narrative and your world design and your systems, and very few of them feeling completely polished. Speaking of, no worries, that Immortal Unchained quote-unquote completion stream will be coming up. I just need time to do a little research and quantify what we have and haven't done. Okay, so our scriptures are healing more health. Maybe still not enough, but more, much more. That's good. That's a very worthwhile upgrade. I don't think I'm going to be upgrading weapons anymore for the time being, simply because getting the additional skill stones from level ups is going to be way more important for us than dealing slightly more damage with a blade. All right. I didn't know something like that took place in the forest. The smelly monsters you defeated are ancient. They're fundamentally different from monsters that are once humans. These monsters showed up long before humans showed up, so it's possible to travel through time via the Eastern Forest. If that's true, that means it's possible to travel to the future. Well, right, once we have the rune. I do like the lore implication or confirmation that those monsters are like avatars of primordial Stank. That is something I can get on board with. So let's try accessing the top of the tower again. Okay, so we've lined up or activated one of the 3 gates. We'll need all 3 to actually, I assume, reach the end game. So hold on. What we need to do then, because we don't have the rune stone to access that second gate, right? We'll need to find the rune symbol. So hold on. Map. Where could we go? Down near the bottom of the forest, maybe? Because I'm not seeing anything else here. And unfortunately, I don't think we can reach the bottom of the tower's right basement yet. Could give it a try, though. There's a couple different places we could attempt to access. Let's head on back to our warp. Maybe we could reach that uppermost room in the dungeon? I don't know, though. Could have sworn we needed a triple jump for that. Let's start by accessing the lowest level of the forest. No. Let's see what we can do in the basement. Maybe there's something we can do we couldn't before. There we go. Now we're at a point where even these monsters don't stand much of a chance against us. How far we've come. Except the explosive mummies. They're still a little much. Ooh. Oh, yikes. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? We could just go back and down, right? Down the other path. And yeah, that heal is much better. Down we go. And across. Oh, wow. Able to bring down one of the demon guards in just 3 hits. That's kind of amazing. So our damage output is actually increasing, like, exponentially as we progress through the game. That's really nice to see. Oh, there we go. Our downward attack, like, knocked him clean off his feet. That's what I'm talking about. Teleport. Slash. Now we just don't have the height to make it up there. Damn it. Just like that area in the dungeon. Alright, So maybe we do need to explore that lowermost level of the forest now. Because the Pilgrim's Hint did seem to be directing us back there. Oh, yay, another Sorcerer's Necklace, aka another 50 Karma in the bank. We're just a hair's breadth away from being able to access anywhere in the game at any time. Oof, anvil. That do nothing to us at this point, which is nice to see. There we go. With our added mobility, the mummies aren't nearly as scary as they were the first time we fell down here. Oh, we got bounced off of the destructible. Nasty. There we go, that got him. Now let's see. Our teleporter should be over here, right? Yep, there it is. Yeah, I guess we've got no choice but to go back to the tower and then down through the forest one more time. Let's see, do our other vendors have anything they can tell us that might be helpful? Ah, he's just describing the sword we got. Okay. That'll do. What about our magic trainer? Who we've not spoken to since he arrived here. Since, magic isn't really this build's forte. Oh. He, has no advice to give us at all. Alright. Well, to the forest. So we're going to be heading straight down. I would assume the other rune gates are going to be scattered around the forest then, or at least one more. Just gotta slug our way through this little labyrinth one more time, hopefully. I'll gladly take all the karma, though. Thank you, thank you. These guys are worth 70 apiece, the zombies are worth 100. That's not too bad. But a hand's worth. Also 100. Nice. Same here, I assume? Yep. Almost everything worth at or around 100. That is not bad for an area that we're largely, a bit over-leveled for. These monsters are still a bit annoying. Anything that fires, like, globules of, energy in a parabolic arc always throws me, if you haven't noticed, between this and the Hollow Knight playthrough. Never can really consistently, effectively dodge those kinds of patterns. Never have been able to. No idea why, it's just one of those rare things that I can't explain, but also definitely cannot do. Now we're just heading down. Heading down, heading down, heading down. Here we go. Yeah, there's a shortcut there, so there definitely is like a boss and a back segment to this stage. Oh, yikes. Nice, nice. So we're going to have to make our way around and down, around and down. That's one of the demon troopers, I think they're called, with their ridiculous skipping gait. Not the most durable at this stage, are they? Ditto for the imps. We were throwing rocks or nuts at us, and that's like as much as they got. Rocks, they're rocks. Oh, we also never explored up here. Well, one moment. The Medusa. Like some kind of polearm and a golden occult candlestick. Well, let's have a look-see. We've got the battle axe, which appears to be the same as the pilgrims. Oh, it's a spear. A lance with a curved blade in the shape of a crescent moon. Oh god, it's a toxin weapon! Look at that! The lance has the energy of deadly poison at the tip of the pole. It looks better suited for swinging than it is for piercing. That might be worth equipping, actually. Oh, yeah. If we come across a boss that we just want to be nowhere in the vicinity of, that might come in handy. Very nice. I like that a lot of this game's treasures are unique and, you know, useful as well. I don't think a lot of games in this subgenre say... Eclipse says, not sure I'd call it a lance, looks cool though. Right, no, it's a lance-type weapon, but it appears to be... Well, it's a crescent spear with a particularly curved edge. If anything, it looks like a man-catcher, like a very stylized man-catcher. Reminds me of the Sheikah weaponry from Breath of the Wild. Which, whenever I get around to streaming the first Breath of the Wild, we can have a lot of fun talking about weapon design aesthetics in that game. So many of them are so gorgeous. Cliff says it looks like a hand scythe on a long pole. Yeah, it does, it does. It's a curious looking weapon, to be sure. Go. Ah, right. Now down here, this is where we left off. Did we just not explore this area? I guess not. Oh no, but there was a place we would have to double jump up to, and we did not have the double jump then. That's right. Cliff says you'd almost want to, like, flick it to do a nasty vertical draw cut or bring the spike down on someone. Yeah, it seems like you would want to use it more like a halberd than a traditional spear. Or just use the hook to, like, sweep opponents' legs out from under them. Okay, we've got to be nearing a gate. Or the actual boss I probably should have fought my first time here. Exquisite Solar Ring. Yes, please. More damage. Cliff says, yeah, you wouldn't want to be thrusting with it. No, but we are, for whatever reason. Steal an NP? Really now? Also steal an NP. Oh, got another flame spell. I guess we can sell any duplicates we earn to the Arcane Master? Aha! In the end, it wasn't found. The Sign of Agony, the new appearance. Yeah, this is what we needed the Knight's sigil for. So we need, like, the symbol of Nirvana to access that third gate, then. Let's go open up our shortcut and rest at the checkpoint, then teleport ourselves around. This turned out to be a pretty interesting zone, well after the fact. Oh wait, no, sorry, I said we were also going to rest at the checkpoint, silly me. Should be able to get a level out of this, too. Yeah, more strength, why not? More power. What do we have over here? Scripture use quickens, get super armor while using an item. Don't really care for any of that. Why don't we start making our way on up to these defense boosts? Yeah. Now, down we go. There we go. Or not. So what kind of boss is gonna wait for us on the other side of this gate? Let's see. So now we're in the very depths of the forest. There's another particularly swole-looking skeleton. And it's gone. Oh, it's more of these guys from... Or a different model of these guys from the grave, right? The little zombie swordsman. Except these come crawling after us after we initially defeat them. Alright, that changes things up a little. Okay. Platforming hell segment, I suppose. Here we have... Ooh! Karma Nugget, some stamina powder, and, like, a strength boost. Alright, buddy, summon all the help you want. I'm always down for more karma. I assume we're gonna get a checkpoint before fighting whatever's waiting for us at the end of this path. These invincible guard enemies are kind of interesting. They have different effects depending on the specific enemy or zone. An interesting concept, to be sure. Flip says karma's always good to have. Yeah, especially haha. Saw that one coming. This path has a lot more obstacles than the northernmost one did, didn't it? Whew. At this point, we've explored almost the entire forest. The stone grave key. This will allow us to access whatever's behind those rocks, and the symbol of the present. Oh, so all we need now is the symbol of the future, eh? And, of course, to work our way back through all of that mess. Okay, so there isn't even a boss along this route. It's interesting. I don't know if the statues or other enemies that steal karma return whatever they extracted from us upon death, but I doubt it. At least that little drop gives you a quick way back. Alrighty, platforming course over and done with. Now let's head back to the stone grave and see what we can access there. Maybe we can access the past in order to explore the temple in its initial state? That sounds compelling, and like something I would put in my game if I was taking it in the direction that these folks did. What with all the emphasis on time travel. Now let's make our way back to the tower one more time. Kinda sucks that there isn't, a transporter somewhere here in the Forest of No Return, since we, ironically, seem to be returning to it all the time. But I guess there's a couple immediately outside of it, that's good enough. Now we want to head, to the west. Grab another level. Oh, we can't yet. Alright. Hopefully we won't have to do this particular circuit too many more times. Learned we do want to take down the dark slimes whenever we can, because if we don't, they explode into a bunch of karma-stealing projectiles. That seems to be their one attack, but it's a nasty one. Alright, there we go. Almost back home. Yeah, our aerial combo is so powerful that before long it might be a better idea. In fact, I think right now it's a better idea just for damage output to focus on it. That limits our possibilities for evasion in many cases, so I'm always gonna play... Well, you can't really call my playstyle defensive, I don't think, but I'm going to play with an eye towards evasion, always. Good, good. And we're home free. Alright, now we can access the stone grave again. Ah, but not before grabbing one more level. You just know that that pilgrim is going to fight us at some point, right? Like, he didn't whip that axe out of nowhere, for no reason at all. Strength I'm feeling pretty good about. Let's try getting even more stamina. Our dash seems to be invaluable in most circumstances. And given how nervous I get, being able to spam it repeatedly, if our initial dash places us in an uncomfortable, position, would be great. Now then, to the grave. I guess this is where we're gonna get our triple jump as well. Love the theme for this area. Again, the game soundtrack is very kind of standard and functional of like a fantasy game you would have played on the PlayStation 2. But for me, that's actually something of a plus. It's oddly nostalgic. And perfectly competently made, of course. Alright, let's finally crack that door. There you go. By the way, what info do we have about this key? They say it's a door, but it's more like an enchanted totem pole that drives away misfortune. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see what's down here. Yep, there's our triple jump. Moon dash. Which allows us to do what, exactly? Ah, we can dash in any of the 8 directions now. Oh, that's super cool. More refined ore. Okay. And so we'll need this, well, for starters, to access that additional scripture and boss in the dungeon. But also to access the boss in the tower basement. Oh, we are super mobile now, y'all. So it's not quite a triple jump, but in many ways it's even better. Because now we can have something up to like a quintuple jump, which is right up my alley. So let's... Ouch. Let's head to the dungeon first, because they've got a healing item for us, and at least one new boss battle. And then we'll go to the tower basement. Which one is, like, right near the dungeon? It's this one. Yeah, but that's also... Hold on. Castle Top, maybe? No. Forest of Civilization, I think, might be our closest. Yeah, because I don't remember this area being too terribly long. This is where we fought the king. Let's just slide our way on out of here. This game does have a pretty expansive world, with lots of little secrets tucked away everywhere. So there's more to see in almost every zone we've explored thus far, I want to say. Do we want to climb up, or no? Well, hold on. We will, because there might be treasures in one of these 2 rooms. Or not, I guess. So we want to go, if we want to get to the dungeon, just head left. We can do that. Ah, the tentacles, lovely. They're back. No karma for killing them, just for killing the tentacle monsters themselves. Ah, yeah, but we can access a hidden treasure alcove this way. Ooh, seal breaker stones, and a lot of them. Very handy. We'll grab both of those, as well as, before long, our armor enhancements. What is this? Get up quickly after being knocked back. That'll be our second stack of that skill, which will make us even more mobile. Maybe we can access something more on the next level as well? Nope. Just gonna check this other room's diagonal corner, and then we'll head to the dungeon. I'm just insatiably curious about what may or may not be just barely off screen now. Which is a testament to some pretty good world design, and reward design on the part of the devs. Slash, slash. Nope, nothing up there. Jiffy says this reminds me of a Kirby game? Really? The environment, you mean? Or the character models? What exactly? Our little pseudo-flight ability? Some of these cutesy little enemy models, I can actually kind of see that now that you mention it. Do those things even give us any karma at this point? No. Jiffy says, just the movement, really. Oh! Yeah, I can kind of see that. It's like Kirby meets Castlevania, which I'm definitely down for. Nintendo, make it happen. It doesn't feel, now that we've got all of our movement upgrades, anywhere near as stiff as it did in the beginning, and we're reaching a point where movement, for the most part, except immediately after dashes, because there's that strange little period of denial where we can't seem to move immediately following a dash for just around half a second, the game feels very smooth. I like this. Okay, back to the dungeon. Let's rest up at the checkpoint. And then, oh, we can take down the liches pretty quickly. We'll go fight our boss, which I assume is going to be the third knight, right? The vice commander of the knights. Because Executed Knight was the commander, Immolated Knight was the third in command, and so now we're going to fight the vice captain. What terrible fate could have possibly befallen him? Good. Let's get ready for it. Oh, jeez. Prison guard's armor. So it's not one of the knights. It's a horseman of sorts. Oh, he's tired. I assume we have to kill the horse before we can deal any serious damage to the boss. Yeah, because we're not dealing any damage whatsoever to him. Ooh! Oh, but it deals damage. Dear God, does that thing deal damage. So we want to wait for the horse to tucker itself out, then just go to town on it. Alright. Alright, provided we can bring it down permanently, this doesn't seem like it's gonna be too much of an ask. Yeah, that didn't seem bad at all, especially compared to the other two night bosses, which were among the tougher ones in the game thus far. I think this guy might have featured in promotional materials, actually. Come on. Come on, little Karma. There we go. There we go. Oh, but it deals, contact damage really quickly. Oh my god. Okay. Oh god. That's an attack to dodge for sure. Oh god. Oh, there we are. Or, can we kill the horse? Do we have to just tire it out to wail on the boss? Since our dashes alone seem to be bringing the horse down, I'd imagine it's the latter. Okay. Okay, so we can't kill the horse. We just have to strike it down just long enough to allow us to wail on the boss itself. Okay. That might actually be kind of difficult if we can't get rid of it. And if the boss becomes even faster once we hit phase 2. Oh yikes, this might actually be kind of tough. Never fear, though. We will solve this. Wait a minute, though. With our enhanced dash, too, we should be able to, like, jump clear on over the boss when it charges at us. That is beneficial. You know, if we're not feeling confident in dashing through it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. Oh god, the jump is designed so he can reach us even if we're at the roof of the chamber. Okay, good. heal after that. Fire seems really effective at stunning them out. Which is way, way more of a threat than the Rider, actually. Oh no. Okay, we brought it down again. Oh! Oh no! So it has a counter now that it unleashes after recovering. Okay, okay. We went down again, but we wore him down severely. I think we're just gonna have to find a way to pick away at the horse safely. With our damage output, it doesn't take much to bring it down. And of course we're going to have to keep our stamina up during Phase 2 so we can, I think, dash through the night during his, recovery. Or alternatively, we could dash through him just as soon as we bring the horse down and avoid having to put up with that attack at all. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like it would work. Come on. Oh, God. Yep, there we go. We can wail on them during their turns. Okay. Good. Go down. That's it. It's an interesting concept for a boss. That should bring it. Good. And here we go. Come on. Jesus, the reach on that. Did you see that? Struth, man. Oh, but he does fire it upwards, not horizontally along the ground. Okay. Oh no, he fires it straight at us. Never mind. Oh, wow. I'm not really sure how to consistently dodge that, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess we could just stay in the air until he launches it to fake him out, then drop to the floor, but that's gonna require some really tight control. This one, I'm not gonna lie, this one's hard. Much harder than I thought it was gonna be going in. He doesn't seem to have any elemental weaknesses that I can discern either. Not that elemental damage does a whole lot in this game, it's just that bosses happen to deal a hell of a lot of damage, no matter what. Ah, there we go. At the least, we can build up our mortal blow meter really quickly by just unloading on the knight. Oh god, I'm taking way too damn much contact damage. God damn it. I do wish that there wasn't a split second between, like, consecutive dashes where you're open to, like, taking contact damage. Like, if you input the dash command consecutively a number of times and you have enough stamina to make it, that you could just maintain your iframes through the end of the dash sequence. But that's just me. So it deals physical and dark damage. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Very good. Very good. Oh, but our healing item is still so trash. Even with the upgrade, it's not great. Oh! Fuck. Okay, down he goes. And we're screwed. Come on. Alright, Jiffy Man, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, God. I have no earthly idea what we're supposed to do there. I think the idea is to use our directional dash to get out at the very last second. But, wow. Yeah, this is hard, not so much because the boss is difficult to learn, but because it feels, with, like, contact damage more than anything else, it is impossible to, like, maneuver around this boss without taking a lot of small hits, constantly. I mean, I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a way this is intended to be done that ameliorates that problem, but, like there, we were somehow able to dash right between the horse's legs, no problem. But most of the time, I can't get that to happen. Maybe the horse has a smaller, more awkwardly located hitbox than you would think. Oh, God. And one direct hit from him nearly wipes out our entire health bar. I do hate that. Oh! See, like that. We dash through the horse, and because its hitbox is so large, we get killed by taking contact damage on the back end. We also can't attack the knight consistently from behind because he's got, he slouches forward on the horse when we, bring him to the ground. Meaning that in order to comfortably attack him, we would need to... Hold on. What's our relative range looking like here? I'm actually thinking the spear might be better here. Yeah, because then we could attack the knight if we, like, lower the horse from behind. Spear's also technically a little bit stronger. Alright, maybe even though it's slower than what I'm used to, this is the way to go. Well, that certainly did something. No, it seems like the horse's hitbox seems to cover its entire body. Really? Well... Jesus Christ! Chad, is there anything at all that I could be doing that I just don't seem to be seeing in your guys' eyes? Is there something we should be trying here? I mean, just contact damage from this thing is obscene. Like, 80 damage total. Out of our 500. And to be honest with you, I don't think due to the relative slowness, its relative torpor, the spear is much better. Alright, that did something for us, somehow. Good. That's the one attack we can very safely punish. There we go. Good. Good. Okay, we can actually knock him out of attack animations, provided we bring the horse down in time. Okay. I think the only change here now is the retribution attack when we drain his horse's stamina. Good. Okay, so just staying away from the mace, even if it means taking contact damage from the horse, seems to be a viable strategy here. Sounds kind of counterintuitive, but whatever it takes to get the job done, right? If we can bring him down one more time, I'm confident that, yeah. There we go. Okay, so just dodge into the horse, then. Eclipse says the knight has a narrower hitbox, might be easier to jump and dash through. It seemed like it, but at least as far as I could tell, he was also kind of being bucked around in the saddle a little bit. It was just a tricky fight, hitbox-wise. There's a doctrine that says a being's afterlife is determined by the amount of good and evil done in life. While a being may have been born into this world as a person, that being could end up a beast in the afterlife depending on their deeds in this life. Like how the murderous prison guard was reborn as a horse. Okay. I actually like that. It was literally just the armor, with the horse itself serving as the boss. Like the Executioner's Chariot in Dark Souls 2. But honestly, with some slightly better lore, I think. Oh, does that just spit us out back here? Alright. So I guess the fight itself, and all of the karma we got from it, were our prizes, along with the scripture outside. Okay, okay. After that, though, I'm definitely investing a bit more in stamina. Stamina is restored when enemies are hit with dashes. That doesn't sound half bad. Reduces collision damage. Yes, please. And while we're here, hold on. Our nearest warp would be down in the canal. We're now going to make our way there, because we've got time for one more zone tonight, I think. And warp our way over to the right side of the tower basement to take on its challenges. Which, here, almost certainly means wizard. Ugh, that was a tough one. Hardest boss we fought today. Not bad, though. Pretty well designed, I dare say. Oh, now their explosions can't do jack to us, though. We'll go ahead and save, why not? After this, we've got one more Metroidvania to try out, as well as Hades, Supergiant Games' latest smash that won multiple extremely well-deserved Game of the Year awards last year, and that I've never played, but am super anxious to. I know it's a roguelike, so we might not end up streaming the whole thing, but I definitely want to run my first few sessions with you guys. Can we grab that treasure box in the upper right-hand corner of the chamber coming up by now? I would imagine so, with all of our movement capabilities. Oh, these are the goblin assassins, right. The ones that throw out these little explosive daggers when they die. They're a very slightly different model than the standard goblins, hence why I couldn't quite tell what was going on the first time we encountered them. And I think there's only those two in the entire dungeon. What's in here? Ah, a wand, which is a sword, if I know the game's weapon categorization so far. And just some consumables. Alright. Nothing quite like getting to the point where you can just rush bullheadedly through an entire zone like this. Wait a minute. Is there more over here I never explored before? Oh, there's a lot of this dungeon we haven't seen then, isn't there? Or no, can we not access the canal from here? Is that a totally different... Yeah, it is, dang it. Well, whoops. It does feel like some areas are unreasonably removed from the, physically removed, I mean, from the, teleportation network. Which doesn't seem like the kind of thing you would want in a game that seems to very heavily incentivize return visits to early game areas like this. And most of the areas that seem kind of disconnected are visited first in the early game, oddly enough. Oh, and I've noticed that our dash attack deals melee damage representative of our currently equipped weapon, Like when we dash through enemies with this blade equipped, we deal a certain amount of physical and a certain amount of ice damage. Interesting. How close are we going to be to the Castle Heart teleporter? Well, we won't be too far from the Forest teleporter. We could always try for that. And in fact, let's do. Hard to believe there's only, I want to say, 2 more substantial upgrades we have to find in this game. One of which will allow us to go underwater, and I assume one of them is going to be in the basement. How much of the game world have we explored? Almost 90%. Wow. Oh wow, we can actually freeze the king's spirits. Cool as it is that our weapon can freeze enemies, it doesn't seem to all that often yet. Maybe if we upgrade it, that increases the likelihood of dealing or inflicting status effects upon enemies. Who knows? Could always see. Try and find out. But honestly, it feels like upgrading weapons in this game, at least so far, is kind of more costly than it's worth. Unless there's like a really significant bonus certain weapons receive by, I don't know, being reinforced X amount of times. We'll be back to access that abyssal passage later. Just you wait. Oh wow, we're so powerful compared to these early game enemies, these tutorial zone enemies, that our dash just completely eviscerates them. No animation, no fanfare, no nothing. God, and it sounds like they're being shot. Did you hear that? Listen. The legacy of Tlaloc continues unabated. Speaking of, can't wait to get back to Pokemon, but we just kind of jumped headlong into this project. Whoops. Maybe that'll be next. Eclipse says, Tlaloc has no mercy. No, he doesn't, and I can't wait to continue his adventures. It's been too long. I assume our Pokemon post-game and DLC series won't last too long, but it'll be a few days back in the world of Pokemon. Looking forward to that. Okay, so Tower Basement right. It does not appear to be quite as big as the left basement dungeon. So we should be able to get through here in relatively short order. Drop kick, there we go. Tlaloc says, I'd say it'd be about half the main game. Oh wow, like all combined, that, including the DLC? It's a healthy amount of game. Nice, man, nice. Now let's finally access this ledge. Hell yeah! Let's see what... Oh no. We can't damage these skulls. They just appear to be animate barriers. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Stamina powder, nice, nice. Seems like they really want us to have some of that on hand. Oh, platforming hell, eh? Many of these games seem to have one, for whatever reason. I guess to give you a chance to really show off your new moves. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did one of those adorable little mice just explode? Yes, it did. Oh my. Well, what's up? Rapiers. Some kind of flame crystal golem. Lots of damage, of course. Anvils? What the... Okay, so this is just straight up a Kaizo dungeon, isn't it? Like, just traps wall to wall. Whew. Oh, this is nasty. I saw that anvil hanging on the wall, don't... Man! It's another contact damage nightmare. Whatever was it guarding? If I can get up there. So it seems like you need a certain amount of stamina to be able to access some of these areas. Got any solid strength potions? Might need one, yeah. Oh my god. Well, I can say this definitively. I do not like this area at all. Cliff says, I just imagine a bunch of blacksmiths being robbed of their anvils. Yeah, that sounds like something that the wizards here would do. The monsters. And the literal Reaper is here. Good, good. Is there a checkpoint anywhere in this nightmare, or was it? It's probably much further down the tower, wasn't it? Yep. Yep. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. But it also seems to be one of the very last zones in the main game, so there is that. Yeah, we've already explored over half of it. That's good. Let's just climb our way back up. The constant slimy rain seems like it's going to be a theme throughout this half of the dungeon. Okay. No. Fuck! Well, we lost a couple levels worth of karma. Because we got juggled by like 2 exploding mice and 2 skulls. Ugh, God. I never have understood why games like this that do incorporate platforming or traversal as like a part of their design, even though it's usually not the central component of their design, it's just something used to, like, wall off certain areas, or paths of progression, until players earn certain locomotive abilities, feel the need to incorporate one or several, like, platforming hell levels, when the game itself isn't really much of a platformer by design. doesn't make much sense. Like, Hollow Knight had the palace, this game has really both of the basement levels, and I'm just not entirely sure why. It's not what the game is built for, we'll put it that way. Like, the platforming is solid, it's fine. But it's not so good that it alone would sell me on an area or on the game. It's functional. I don't know how to deal with the mice either, because we just have to wait for them to explode. I have no idea what triggers the explosion. Obviously, overlapping their model with our own fucking hell for a certain period of time does the trick. But okay. Well, what's up here? Checkpoint, please? Oh, thank you, God. Well, we're nowhere near being able to level up, but we do have this, and there will be a shortcut near the end of the stage. Nice, that's very good. So I assume from where we died, we're going to go, like, to the right and then down. And we can also open up a shortcut back to the tower, the main tower. Ah. Alright, let's just get through this as quickly as we can. Wait, no, we want to jump, dash, and use our double jump to readjust, because it gives us much finer control over movement. Okay. Now wait, did we explore everything over here? Yes, we did. Now the Reaper, right? Seems to be pretty weak to our ice attacks, at least. Okay, so it's just a slightly more powerful version of the ice liches we fought in the dungeon. That's not bad. We can handle those. These little demon bats, on the other hand, they might test my patience. Okay. So, up. Oh, I was about to say we're fucked, aren't we? But no, we're not. We are not! There we go. Whew! We might almost be through this. What's in the box? Karma Nugget, perfume, candle. The Dead Whisper, complete darkness, bringing hope just in time. Oh, blocking off the light will allow us to access a room somewhere, right? If we eliminate all the light sources in the room? Here you go, complete darkness, and we... Pardon? What just happened? At least we didn't take much damage. We took all of 1 damage. Oh, it's more of these shields. Okay. God. Skull kept juggling us. But we've almost made it, I think. I hope. Yep, looks like it. Good. I assume our boss is to the right, so down here will be our shortcut. Yay! Alright. Nightmarish little level, but thankfully it was a little level. So, Flame Wizard boss fight? At the end of the longest corridor in the world? Okay, let's do this. Oh my. The Dead Fascinated by Flames. Okay, that's an amazing name. So the skulls are probably going to be our big threats here. I mean, he attacks very frequently, but not with anything we can't dodge yet. Like a lot of the bosses, it's a fairly plain design, but a cool one. His design's a lot neater than the, oh god. The other wizard, I'll tell you that much. Phase 2, or not yet? Okay, so the skull starts moving faster. What is this? Okay, so it's just spewing projectiles everywhere. Woo! Damn! Okay. That was nasty, but this feels imminently doable. This seems like it's gonna be 1,000 times easier than the last boss. Eclipse's very cool design. It is. It also seems like it's taking it relatively easy on us after everything else the dungeons had to offer. I mean, as we saw, its scythe attacks inflict a ton of damage, but hey, there's no tracking on them, and most of them are pretty clearly telegraphed. Like, it really winds back that scythe arm. Also, I don't think it deals contact damage. Oh, fuck. One, two, three. Yep. One, two, three. Yeah, without its little orbiting skull minion. Jesus, shit. I dodged that perfectly throughout the first fight. Okay, we can very easily punish that. And that. Ugh. Okay, it's got a two-hit version of that combo as well. It's kind of interesting. Oh, that's used to, like, bat us away if we stay in melee range too long, I bet. Whew! Oh, no, you don't. No, 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 no. Oh, damn. I think it burned us to death, but we've got it. Like, we've got the fight down. Also learned that I can pretty comfortably just melee him straight through his projectile attack. Because it seems maybe just because we've got an ice weapon, we're able to swat his projectiles down, but we are able to clear them really quickly. Yeah, this feels slightly challenging, but very fair. I like it. Like it a lot, actually. Definitely don't want to be in front of that attack, though, due to its range. The range of the final hit, I should say. But being behind him during that attack, oh yeah, that's where it's at. We can dash straight down into the ground to dodge the skull. I like that. Yeah, this is way more impressive visually than the first fight. It's also much easier somehow. First fight, I mean the first wizard fight. Against old Mr. Frosty. Here we go. That got him. Oh, and we can't dash through the skulls. I see. That's pretty garbage. Ah! Now I'm just getting hit by everything. I hate it when that happens. You just lose your rhythm. Sir, you going to attack us? Yeah, you are gonna attack us physically. There we go. Ah! Fucking skull. We're gonna burn to death, but not before bringing him down. Yes, okay, I will take that, gladly. It ain't a Dark Souls game or a Souls-like game until that happens, right? We got a scythe, I saw, is that... Yeah, that's a great sword, technically. Okay. Hey, a victory's still a victory, I'm not about to begrudge that. Cliff says it's a rite of passage, isn't it, though? I've had that happen to me a fair few times in the actual Souls series. I want to say against the Abyss Watchers one time. It's the one time I could very clearly remember the opponent. In fact, I think that might have been the first time I ever beat them. Tell you what, more mind might be preferable just because I feel like these spells are going to be handier the deeper in we go. Cliff says, a scythe is a great sword. Okay, this game's classification system could use some work, right? Well, there's only 3 weapon types. Blades, broadswords, which are represented by axe symbols, for whatever reason, and then lances. Now, obviously, these names, which are represented by halberds, just for the record. I think a lot of this was machine translated from Korean, so you get a lot of rough best fits. I know what they're going for, like, you know, two-handers, polearms, what conventionally would be one-handers, because we've got, like, wands under blade. But you do have some interesting classifications like this. Let's see how the... What? Sorry? Oh, hello, Wolf. Ah, put out the flames, thank you. Let's see how the scythe looks with the greatsword moveset, shall we? Alright, that looks halfway decent anyway. There we go, the Nirvana symbol. Now we can access the final passage. Oh no. In the forest. To earn the future rune, I believe. And I think we have just enough time to give that a go. Yeah, I like that fight, though. I really enjoyed that one. Oh, and our second to last skill. We can now stock up to 3 mortal blows. Brilliant, brilliant. We also got the golden hoof, by which they mean golden horseshoe, I believe? And what does it do? Having it on you increases your attack based on how much exploration you've done. So there is a reward system for exploring the world. That's... I'm not gonna lie, that's brilliant. I really like that concept. It's not stronger than either of our rings, yet. But it's nice to know exists. And I guess we might get our last major skill deep in the forest now? Yeah, golden hoof accessory, I am all about that. If only it were just a little bit more potent. There we go. And we will close the stream out by seeing what's past that third gate in the forest. Which we can access from... Oh, it'll have to be the warp rooms. Oh, and the reason we didn't get any lore for the, either of the wizards is because they share a joint lore item that we collected not long after we fell into the basement, like the memory of the researcher, or something like that. I think they're the only bosses so far that do share one lore entry. Okay, admittedly, being able to dash straight upwards or diagonally upwards, absolutely phenomenal. Makes what would otherwise have been platforming challenges just simple, jaunty little traversal. Whoa, hello. We never collected this? What's inside? Sealbreaker stones? Righteous? A cursed halberd. I'm intrigued. Will this deal dark damage? So real quick, what can we unlock here? What do we want to unlock? Oh right, we want to reduce that collision damage ASAP. And we'll take a little bit of additional occult devotion along the way, because why not? And up and to the left. Oh, and our halberd. Real quick, what is that? That's also going to be a great sword. Or no, that is a proper lance. Okay, a halberd containing dark energy. Brilliant. We'll keep our old samurai sword on standby. Now we have to run the forest gauntlet, but one more time. And can grab a level, so... Oh no, we can't. My bad. Here I thought we could. Let's see. Just straight forward, and I guess we've got to run to the first portal, and then through the first portal to the second. Yep. Alright, folks, hopefully the last time we'll have to make this trip. Nice, nice. Absolutely nothing poses a threat to us here, really, anymore. Much of a threat, anyway. Damn if we won't be hit by every single enemy here, though. Nice. Status effects, rather, don't seem to last too terribly long, which is always nice to see. Up and to the right. Okay. Dash, dash. Nice. Take out the dark slimes just to save ourselves a little bit of headache. Okay. And this way. So I guess so far we found 2 or 3 totally optional bosses, right? There was the golem down in the waterway that I don't think we absolutely needed to defeat, or maybe we did and we just defeated it out of sequence, who knows. And the prison guard's armor, right? I assume there's going to be a ton more of them, like optional late-game super bosses or bonus bosses that we'll be able to access once we have absolutely every move in our arsenal. Alright, this will take us to the Stank Brothers Forest. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Apologies. Got exactly as much health as you would expect a sentient statue to. Oh, the Slayer's Belt. What is that? Do you increase our damage? Hold on. Is it not something we equip? No, it must be. It's not a consumable. It must be an accessory I just skipped over. Necklaces. Belts, there we go. Wearing it makes it easier to discover weapons. Okay, that's handy, I guess, but not really something we're in the market for right now. Our current loadout seems perfectly fine to me. There we go, and we've made it to a free zone, thank you, where we can level up. Gonna grab Probably some more strength again. Might as well. We've been neglecting strength for a little while. And head on over to the Nirvana Gate. This is Brady neglecting strength? Never. Only in this game. Only in this game, since there's all of one stat governing attack, which, given the relative simplicity of the game's systems, I think is a good idea. Will you see me run what could tentatively be called a strength build? Alright. So where does this put us? Oh, directly above. Okay. I see you this time, Undead Hands. Another necklace, nice. That's 50 more karma in the bank. Speaking of... Oh, and boss time. Alright. What's this one going to be? Ooh, love the ambiance. Ah, it's the Pilgrim, yeah. Failed again. Damn. You. Oh, you have much karma. Give it to me. You'll be at peace soon. Sob. Okay, we saw this coming. Didn't see it coming here, though. Ah, the Karma Hunter. Oh, and we can finally see his face. Ooh. Oh! He's got an outright bullet hell attack with different types of projectiles. I thought he just kind of specialized in relatively lackluster melee attacks, but no, he's got some real potency here. Whoa, we struck down all of his projectiles that time. Phase 2. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. Oh, we can destroy the axes, though. It's not just a hazard we have to avoid. Oh, God. Okay, so it's easy to see how this one works. The whole idea behind the fight seems to be he just crowds the area with as much stuff as he possibly can, so that you don't really have freedom of movement. If, however, we can, like, just reliably keep him in melee, I would suspect he wouldn't be that bad to deal with. I mean, he already seems to be slightly tame compared to the last few encounters we've seen on stream, so I think we'll be able to manage this one within a few more attempts. Ah. And in fact, just damn it, all these hands. There's a ton of them. I always forget that somehow. We're gonna heal up once more. And then we're gonna pop one of these fighting spirit nuggets. I want to see how much stronger they'll make us. Equipment. Mosey on over here. Alright, let's do it. Oh! That's not good. Oh, but we're dealing like 25% more damage with our mortal blow. Oh! My god! We are certainly dealing way more damage. Oh, God. Yeah, he's just trying to crowd us out, and it's working. Oh, God. No. Oh, that's nasty. That is, the Strength Nugget helped, just not a lot. So, the thing there that I will say I'm not enjoying is the fact that he can... It didn't the first round. This wasn't a problem there at all. But he can, like, just hover entirely outside of melee range, unless we expend our entire stamina gauge to dash to him, and just start spamming wave after wave after wave of rebounding projectiles in Phase 2. The axe, I'm actually pleased to see you can chop down it with about 2.5 combos, which honestly isn't a lot at this point in the game. Oh, God. It's like, come down here now. There we go. Oh. Jesus Christ! One other thing, and it's a minor thing, but it's a problem I am having with some of the combat at this phase, is if you haven't noticed, it seems like every single enemy attack, not just from bosses, run-of-the-mill enemies, inflicts some status effect or another. And it's like, well, we have some of those capabilities too, but ours hardly ever afflict enemies. Like, at all. It's a fair fight. It's a fair fight. It's just, it's tricky. Given that he can kind of deign to be in range or not at any given moment. And at other times, like, he has a proclivity for using that sweep attack in midair, where it can't do a thing to us. Okay, now he starts going projectile crazy. Oh, God. Ugh. And notice, any single one of those little spheres he spits out deals enough damage to completely ameliorate one of our heals. So you get hit by one of them, one of your heals is null and void. You gotta do it again. So it's really easy to fall into just a loop of desperately dodging to try to get a heal in and taking a single hit, and then having to heal again because your healing is garbage in this game. Which is consistently my biggest issue. Like, our healing items just suck. They just suck. This is, after being upgraded 2 or 3 times, too, they do nothing at all. And you don't even get that many of them if you've been exploring about as much as you could, as we have. And again, most of the time, not really a problem. Here, definitely. Eclipse says that was kind of the issue I had with the paralysis boss in Neo. Once I ran out of cures, it was kind of like, well, this sucks, right? Yeah, paralysis cures are really hard to come by in Neo, no matter where in the game you're at, too. Oh, fuck! Oh my god! And see, I can't even heal up normally. Gotta pop 2 or 3 of them, because in addition to dealing a butt-ton of normal damage, most of his projectiles also cause damage over time. Fuck! I think the issue is for projectiles that spawn by like a dozen at like per salvo, and also deal status effects you have to deal with, those orbs just cause way too damn much damage. But that's another one of my minor gripes with some of the game's balancing. It feels like everything deals, even our own attacks, arguably, at certain points, feels like everything just does a little bit too much damage for characters' resistances, or their defenses. I don't hate this, though. I just think it could use a little fine-tuning. Like Phase 1, where he's not just going projectile crazy all the time, is fucking hell! Dude, shit! Actually not that bad. Oh man, we got burned, so we're friggin' screwed. Clip says Phase 1 looks very manageable, then it becomes bullet hell. Yeah, it's one of those... It's a similar situation to my experience of the Nightmare King Grimm fight. It's like, okay, what's the exploit here? The boss has to have some kind of weakness in exchange for being very maneuverable, and most of its attacks causing some kind of status effect, and being able to cleave you in two with 2 attacks if you don't heal, right? What's the trade-off? There isn't any. I appreciate it, Eclipse. We're gonna give it, like, maybe 2 more tries tonight, then just postpone until Wednesday if we don't get it, because I do have to get on making dinner before too long, and taking care of some more housework. It says another thing I found in the Neo fight, the grab attack was fairly telegraphed, but sometimes when you were up close, the cutscene just played with very little warning. Yeah, she also always performs the grab twice in sequence, and it feels like the second grab has slightly less telegraphing than the first. That could just be me, though. Oh, god damn it, why do I keep dodging into that? And why does he sometimes use the sweep in midair where it's completely ineffectual? Oh my god! Flip says, she does? I had her use it once multiple times. Unless she does a big grab, then a much smaller one. Maybe? I don't know, it's been a while since I fought Hino Enma, but most of the time... No, sorry. If you knock her down after depleting her stamina, then, like, perform a finisher on her, at least in my experience, every time, or nearly every time, she will respond after she gets back up by attempting to grab you, usually twice in sequence. I believe in an attempt to restore the health that you no doubt just, like, pulverized. Cliff says, I couldn't perform the finisher. Got grabbed trying, though. Yeah, the timing can be really tight. Let's see, is our golden hoof better than our one ring now, the solar ring? No, they're exactly the same. Oh my god! Like that! We're supposed to jump that, but I didn't have time after my attack's recovery animation finished, and we're burning, and we're fucked. This run is fucked. go. Yeah, there we go. We can... Oh, he says. Oh, Lord. Clip says, yeah, just grabbed my gun and shot her in the face. Well done. I have the hardest time landing critical projectile attacks on bosses. Okay, I've got to try one more time because that run was so bad. Hold on, is there anything... Wait, I've got an idea. Why don't we try this? Why don't we try using the tornado, which has a massive hitbox, to clear away the projectiles in Phase 2. That might do something. Because it doesn't seem like they have a fixed amount of, you know, health or anything like that. If one of our attacks makes contact with one of the bullets, they're gone. Clip says, never got the crit, but shooting her felt satisfying. Swapped from the spear to the Odachi. And you had an easier time with that? That's interesting. I never played around with the DLC weapons much. I had some fun with the Tonfa, but by the time I got them, I was too late into my playthrough to really, like, restructure my moveset. Okay, let's try this. One more attempt, y'all. And off to a perfect start, taking a hit right off the bat. Oh no! Ah! Oh, and we're burning, so we're fucked. Music's pretty good, I'll give it that. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Okay, one more try. Sorry, we're just so close. Seems like the whirlwind is helping. It creates a small, mobile, but effective zone of denial that none of his projectiles can hit us within. And without his projectiles, he's more or less useless in Phase 2 because he doesn't do much but really languidly throw out the odd melee attack. He actually seems way less aggressive personally in Phase 2. Thank you, Eclipse, I appreciate it, man. He also says the Odachi helped a lot. It was quicker in upper stance. Really? Huh. That's interesting. A weapon that's slower overall, but has less of a speed penalty in high stance. That actually sounds really good for Neo. So here's what we're gonna do as well while we're here. I'm going to use this strength nugget to jack our defense. Which is good because we took a hit from our fucking souls on the way in. I don't know why this fight is frustrating me so much compared to everything else we've done. It's not even particularly poorly designed, it's just getting my goat really badly. really? Oh, God! Yeah, this is one more, because, again, that was so bad. I did so poorly there. Oh, God. Flip says, and I wanted the range the katana didn't have. Right. Odachi's your best bet, then, aside from the spear. I think, yeah. Yeah, it is. In Neo 1 it is, anyway. Oh, Lord. I think a commonality between, like, games or fights in games like this that really frustrate me is anytime a boss or significant enemy can kill the player character in, like, regularly, not with, like, special attacks, in, like, 1 to 3 hits. It's something that doesn't happen very often in Dark Souls, so you get time in the arena to, like, learn the boss, but here, you make 2 mistakes too closely together and you're screwed. That's it. Back to the checkpoint. Run all the way out here again. So you're really not allowed many mistakes at all, especially since taking 1 hit means healing 2 or 3 times. And that also has a pretty significant margin of error. Hell with it, let's crack open another spirit nugget. Okay, so not gonna lie, drop kicking him a couple times, even though that wasn't what I was aiming for, felt really good. Maybe if after the projectile spawn we also just take a minute to leave him alone and pick them off, we might be in better shape. Oh, and he fires out twice as many projectiles in Phase 2. Sometimes, I think. Oh, it certainly feels like it. Oh, God. Well, now he's firing them off, I was about to say, in the center of one of the walls. Oh, no. No, no, no! There we go! Please tell me that's it. Yep, looks like he's done. Oh, and we got the axe. Oh, it was the Karma Hunter, not he. Alright. It contains karma taken from those with a dark past. You can faintly make out cries of the dead. Thank you, Eclipse, I appreciate that. He says, it feels like 2D games deprive you of space much more readily than 3D ones, given there's less space to deny. Yeah, that's fair. And we get all of 1 stinking level out of it. Alright, I'm honestly thinking, yeah, just a little more health might be helpful. Reduce collision damage, yes please. The Pioneer wasn't able to achieve what he had intended to achieve. He too became corrupted and was turned into a monster. A wolf wearing a mask. I could have rescued him this time were I a bit sooner. Although he is no longer of this world, there's something about him that reminds me of myself. And with that, we unlock the symbol of the future. And that's it for everything but I assume the game's final zones? So we'll leave it there then, ladies and gents. Thank you so much to everybody who joined me for really sticking it out for some of these bosses, and for making quite a bit of progress today. We're not quite to the end of the game yet, but I assume, given everything that remains to be done, we're very, very, very close. So we should be able to tie this one up in 1 or 2 more sessions. Until then, well, until Wednesday probably is when I'll stream next. Have a wonderful rest of your day and a fantastic Tuesday. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye-bye.